Alright guys, so we got a quick little mobility video today. I am going to walk you guys through what I've been doing. Obviously you guys, if you guys don't know, my back's been injured a little bit. So I've been really focusing on just my spine and lower back area. So today I wanted to do a little follow along just to put on here for you guys whenever you are struggling with some back pain. So yeah. I'm gonna try to keep it within like 15 to 20 minutes. So let's get cracking. So first thing I always start with, which is my favorite, right? Is gonna be, we're gonna go a child's pose to cobra wave. That's what I call it. So we're gonna go back into child's pose, all the way back as far as you can. And then from here, we're gonna do a wave. So you're gonna do like a cat-cow, how you like do spinal flexion and extension all the way through, driving the hips down to the ground, and then all the way up. I always like to start with this because it's a nice little way to warm it up. And then same thing the other way, right? So starting at the top, starting as a wave all the way. Two more. One last one. Really try to drive that spine as much as you can all the way up. And last one, going back into child's pose to finish it off. All right. We're gonna go into a cat-cow. You guys are familiar with this, right? So we got cow, cat. Biggest thing that I really want you guys to focus on, okay, is trying to go one vertebrae at a time. So nice and slow. There's no rush, right? Taking our time, going all the way up into a cat. When you get to the top, you gotta go, wah. Just kidding. And then down, nice and slow, still one vertebrae at a time, and trying to drive down as slow as you can, driving the neck up, and then back down all the way up. Then when you get to the top on this one, I want you to squeeze your glutes to get a little bit more out of your spine. Down. Up. Last one. All the way up and all the way down. Okay, now we're gonna go into so thoracic rotations. So we're gonna go hand behind your neck. Okay, I want you to lock your hips, so I don't want to see none of this going on, right? Keeping those hips locked right there. Okay, we're gonna go all the way down, stretching without letting it compensate, right? So you guys saw how my hips went like this. So we're coming all the way down, and then all the way up.
Now, naturally, your hips are going to try to go like this to try to get a little further. I only want you to go as far as you can without those hips moving, right? As soon as you go like this, you're compensating. Now it's no longer on your spine, so keep it here. So when you come up, back down, up, back down, up, back down. One last one, 4 per side. All right, other side. So again, locking those hips all the way down. Oh, my back just popped. And up. Down. Notice my hip try to go like that. Fix it, okay? If you catch your hips going side to side, fix it, come back to it. Back down. Up. One last one. And up. All right. Starting to feel good. Back's loosening up a little bit. Spine's feeling a little looser. So now we're gonna go into a spine car. I always like to do these kneeling. Some people like to do these standing. I find kneeling to be a little bit better when it comes to not allowing the hips to compensate. So biggest thing, okay? Block goes here. Okay, we're gonna do all the way forward. Okay, right there, as far as you can go. From here, you're rotating, going all the way back. Okay, other way. Last one. All right. Now, all these movements that I'm doing, obviously this is a follow along, just trying to keep it short. But if you want to do something, something feels good, something feels like it's loosening it up, pause the video for a second, keep doing that movement. Okay, next we're gonna go, actually next and almost last, we're gonna go into windshield wipers. So, we're gonna go here, laying down. Gotta protect myself. Okay, so we're gonna go block between the legs like this. Okay, squeezing as hard as you can with your adductors, so the inner part of your legs. Hands down on the ground, coming up. Trying to rotate as far as you can, nice and slow, taking your time all the way to one side, and then all the way to the other side. All the way to one side. Slow and controlled. Take your time. Really feel that lower back stretching. And back up. down. So we're gonna go 4 total. One last one. Perfect. Okay, next one I'm gonna do facing this way so you guys can see, but you could just stay in that position. Okay, block's still gonna stay in between your legs. Okay, just like that. Hands come down to the ground, and we're doing hip bridges, but these are gonna be spinal segmentation bridges. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here, okay? All I want you to do is I want you to bridge only using your spine. So we're not coming up like this, right? I want you to bridge using your spine all the way up, squeezing the glutes at the top. Notice there's curve at the bottom of my spine. And then when we come down, we're coming down and we're gonna arch our back up like we're driving our hips down into the ground and making our spine curve. Okay, back down, squeeze that block. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Up, squeeze the glutes. And then back down. 4 of these. That's 2. Slow, take your time, there's no rush. All the way up. Squeeze. Back up. So last one, down, drive those hips all the way up. Okay. Now, last ones we're doing, these are just extra credit. Biggest thing, a lot of times when we're having back issues, it stems from the hip flexors. So we're gonna do some hip flexor stretches. Okay, so we're gonna go into a half kneeling position. All I want, okay, is once you get yourself right here, okay, I want you to squeeze your glute to drive that hip forward, and you should feel that stretch all the way down your hip flexor. Okay, so nice and squeeze. We're gonna squeeze for about 5 seconds. And then release. Ooh. Okay, 3 more. Squeeze. And then release. Squeeze. And release. Last one. Squeeze. And release. Okay, staying on that same hip flexor. Okay, usually go hand here just to support. Pull that leg just to stretch. Hold that position. It's couch stretch, but without the couch or the wall. We're just using our hands to kind of get us into the position. Just to stretch that hip flexor a little bit more. Okay, now going to the other side. Same thing. Okay, core tight. Okay, forward and squeeze. And back. Again, squeeze the glute as hard as you can, really driving forward, feeling that stretch in that hip flexor. And down. 2 more, and forward, squeeze. This is my hip flexor that just hurts, man. And release. Okay, one last one. Squeeze. Hard squeeze, hard squeeze, hard squeeze. And release. Again, cow stretch. If you can lean back and squeeze the glute right there too, get a little more stretch out of it. Okay, and last thing, okay, now I always like to finish with the pigeon pose, just because it does stretch that glute. And sometimes that lower back pain can be coming from the glute as well. So just kind of go back and forth, side to side, stretching that glute a little bit more each time. Once that glute starts to feel loosened up, I like to add a rotation to it. Ooh, my back just popped. Coming up. Again. Stretching that lower back. Switching sides. This is it. It's the last one. I don't even know how much time I'm at right now, but I think I went over the time I said I was going to do. But it's okay. A little extra stretch never kill nobody, right? Right? Okay. Again, side to side. Okay, now we're gonna add the rotation. All right. All right. Again, follow along video. So if any of you guys need to do a little bit more of each one of those stretches, feel free to pause the video and just do more reps, more sets. But those are some pretty solid ones that I've been doing. They've been helping my back massively. And yeah, I just wanted to throw them on here just in case any of you guys needed it. I hope this was helpful, guys. If it helped, give me a flex emoji down in the comments. And share this with a friend that may be experiencing some back pain. And yeah, man, make sure you subscribe. So just get out there, have an amazing day, and don't forget, focus on becoming 1% better today.